Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today I'm going to do a collective reading. I already have some of the cards pulled out. I'm going to flip these on camera. I'm also using the box Ready Shuffle Dip and pull some out so the video can go a little bit faster. But all the information that you need or might be looking for is in the description box below. But importantly, take the parts that resonate with you and leave the parts that does not, because it might not be part of your story. Okay, take what is part of your story and leave the rest of somebody else's story. And before we get started, I'm going to cleanse the energy. And yeah, so if you have headphones in, you might want to turn your headphones down. This kind of ties with the other reading that I did. It's a 2-hour reading. I didn't expect it to be that long. I didn't know it was that long. But it kind of sort of goes with that. Because I got the shape-shifting deck out, the light and shade, and some of the decks that was also in that reading I'm using in this reading, plus some additions. But yeah, so I'm gonna start with my phrases and deck that I created. Just like a bunch of phrases or idioms. And so we have 2 wrongs don't make a right, and ghosted. So somebody either ghosted you or you ghosted somebody, and now they're trying to come back in your life to ghost you. Or because they ghost you, you feel like it's okay for you to ghost them. So we have enabler and... Alright. We have enabler and it's a group of us. It could be friends, strangers, family, or co-workers. But it's a group of them. That could be enabling this person. And then we also have, I have the power to create the world I want. So we have, do unto others as you will have them do to you. Okay, the pinks are phrases that I was like, or idioms, like I said. And the gray cards are like, I don't say like personal, but like daily things. You know, people get ghosted on a daily basis. There's enablers all around us. So we have lies, gossip, and slander. So there could be a group of people that either ghosted you because either somebody told them to, or they listened to some form of gossip or slander that somebody said about you that is just flowing around out there. Or this person gathered a group of people based off the lies. Then we have, be careful what you say and do with blackmail. So somebody could be trying to blackmail you or trying to gather information to blackmail you. With some type of lie, gossip, and slander. Then we have barking up the wrong tree. Because with that, I have the power to create the world I want. It's like, if you don't have anything to be like blackmail worthy, it's like what they is like barking up the wrong tree. Okay, so this is the last card we have. Man, I ain't see. Damn it! It said, man, ain't you seen that one movie, Kids? From Eminem, Guilty Conscience. So gossip, slander, or lie with the movie Kids. It's different roles, okay? Depending on if you're like the main person, somebody could have lied and say that you gave them like a STD or STI or a venereal disease, some way, shape, or form. And or if there's blackmail, you could. You ever saw like 13 Reasons Why, the second season with Bryson? Was his name Bryson? Was it? And then it was like picture evidence that when the girl, like his girlfriend would sleep, what he did. That, okay? Blackmail. Could be something. Could be something. Be careful. Who? Cause be careful. Just stay at your house. Okay? Stay at your house. Wash your drinks. I would say that. Or it could just be like lie, slander that somebody said that they got venereal disease from you. It's something. It's something. Right, so we have self-worth, and then we have a karmic male. So a karmic male trying to do gossip about your self-worth or say something about just bring your self-worth down in some way, shape, or form with this slander and gossip. But if they out here lying saying that you gave an STD to them or something like that, that's more. That's slander. I'm pretty sure you could sue somebody for that. Like, I'm pretty sure you could sue for that. Like, pretty sure. So we have gatekeeper with gatekeeping or gatekeeper, power and abundance. With the I have the power to create the world that I want. They could be trying to gatekeep, trying to stop you with lies and slander, and then you. Or because that's defamation of character. If they trying to lie and say that you gave them something when you actually didn't give it to them at whatsoever, and like I said, you can sue them. Cardi B did, and she won. Cause you can't try to bring somebody down or like mess up their character. That's just wild. And if you watch the movie Kids, you will understand like. If somebody trying to say that's you or you anybody, like, nah, like, that's not okay. That's not okay. Right? And they trying to keep or trying to stuff like that. That's not okay. That's not okay. Because even at the end, if you're the person at the end of the movie, that it's just like, with the blackmail, it's just like, for one, not only are you, like, can you go to jail? Well, the person that did it can go to jail, and not only can you go to jail because you literally knew about it and sat there and watched and or recorded and didn't do anything to stop it. So it's just like, you're an accessory. So it's just like, either way, y'all both fucked up. Like, you're weird. But with this, it's a group of us. It could be more like a lot of people that try to gatekeep. And they either trying to justify it with this wrong information that they have, of you, or just do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Whatever the lie, whatever things that they heard, they decide to go with that, and they breaking up the wrong tree. So we have portal. With change, gateway, and new beginnings. Right? They're trying to stop you from having a new beginning. That's with that gatekeeping. They're trying to control how far you go and how much you grow, how much you change and stuff like that. In your beginnings. Bloodwood. I don't know how to say this correctly. But we have wisdom, power, and transformation. Right? Power is here twice. Well, technically 3 times. With the I have the power to create the world I want. Right? You have the power to, once you gain some sort of knowledge and stuff like that, and realize that these people aren't for you, or they're trying to blackmail you and try to gather information on you and stuff like that, you, I won't say like transform, but you just don't, you don't allow them around you in your space, your time, or your energy. And you know, with this change in this portal, you just move on to the next, like, and just close out that chapter. Because they barking up their own tree. Whatever they trying to find or put on you, that. But one, if, like, because with the movie Kids, the main character, I think he had HIV, and he was just giving it out, like, just spreading it around to virgins. If that's what's happening, you could definitely go to jail for that. And especially if you know that you have it and you're doing it with, on purpose, you can go to jail. And that's that. So even if they try to blackmail you, just like, that's proof that you knew about it and you did it intentionally. Therefore, you're going to jail. Like, it's you're going to jail. And or if it's like the end of the movie when the girl was sleeping and the friend took it upon himself to, you know, 13 reasons why, you know, type thing, right? Because that's what they were talking about in this part of this song. Either way, you're going to jail. Like, either way, you're going to jail. And if it's like somebody else that's like with this blackmail, because it had to be like somebody else. So if it was them blackmailing you, they can just simply go to jail. Or if somebody else blackmailing them, they both going to jail. Either way, with this whole group, they all going to jail because there was a whole accessory. They all, even at some point in time, there was accessory. At some point in time, so they all going. Like, they all enabled it. It was like, all right, like, they all going. No matter, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, oh, were they wrong for, oh, when they found out, they should have went to the cops, da-da-da-da-da. But rather than doing that, they enabled it and would continue this person to do what they was doing. Right? So we have the Pentagon, protection, balance, and unity. Pentagram, not pentagon. Right, so you're doing, once you find out whatever this wisdom is, you start protecting yourself and start becoming more balanced and realize that you can't be connected with a lot of people or dealing with a lot of people and stuff like that. Because either they try to set you up or they do go out of their way to hurt you or gossip about you or slander some way, shape, or form. And the dude at the end of the movie, he caught it, but he didn't even realize that he got it. Or, well, now he gonna realize he got it, but he not gonna realize why he got it. Kind of thing. And the reason why he got it was because of his best friend. So it's just like, not only did your best friend fuck up, but not only did you fuck up your life and in this person's life, you fuck up your life, could do to your best friend. Your best friend fuck up your life too. Like, yo. But you can watch the movie. I forgot where I watched it, but it's an eye opener. Let's see what next. I'm gonna go here. Then we have Dirty Laundry with Kelly Rowland. It's a song. I remember, well, the part that's popping in my head is like when she was talking to Beyonce about the abuse that she is suffering in her relationship or something like that. And Beyonce was trying to tell her that she has to get out of it and she needs to leave. Another part that just popped in my head, seeing I was talking about Beyonce, is when the husband, I don't think it was her husband, was it a boyfriend? I forgot. I don't know. Either way, listen to the song. She said it. But she was talking about like how the person was trying to say like nobody cares about her, nobody loves her and stuff like that. or they didn't love her, they didn't like care for her, stuff like that, which was pretty much like a lie. Because for one, if she's calling her and talking to her and trying to help her get out of it, clearly she cares for her. So there's that. Yeah. So we have make yourself a priority. All you gotta do what's best for you. Because with this enabler, and it's a group of us, there might be a lot of people that's gonna try to tell you, oh, just do what they want and things will be okay and things will get better, but then that's barking up the wrong tree. Things will never be okay and things will never get better, because that person with balance being here, that person is not balanced, and neither is that person that's trying to tell you to appease them. And the reason why they could be trying to say like, oh, just appease them and do what they want or do what they say or do what they want, is because they are being blackmailed and they also have to do what this person wants, whether as you don't or wouldn't. Then we have cut them off silently. No, but cut them off silently. They know exactly what they did. See what I said? With that ghosted, they probably ghosted you and then try to come back into your life. And now you might feel like you're ghosting them, but it's just like if they did something and they know that they did something and they know it wasn't okay, it's not it's not ghosting. It's simply you doing what's best for you to protect yourself. Then we have hands off. Right? I was just talking about protection. You making yourself a priority to be telling people like put like back off, hands off, like don't touch me, doing what's best for you, protecting your personal space, and even your energy and your surroundings. You're just not allowing certain people to be around you. If there's barking up the wrong tree, you're not allowing everybody to be on your tree, even to use it as shade. You're like, nah, get away, no. See what? I'm okay. With this change, I'm gonna go with the shape shifting. So we have the get Fiona and the unicorn with the gift of sight. And then we had, don't know how to say that word. And the priestess of time. The time has come. The time to act is now. I just realized this is 32 and this is 23. So it could be like a mirroring situation. And you see that you're mirroring somebody. Or that you're seeing that somebody is not your friend. Or something is not what it seems to be. Or with this, do unto others as you do want them to do to you. You're not. It's not equal. It's not like how you mirror. Like I said over here, it's like mirroring, but it's not. It's just. I won't say it's distorted, but it's like a fun house. It's not what you're. It's not reflecting back what you're. You get it. Still distorted. It's kind of sort of distorted in a way. You get it. Then we have the golden phoenix with something you thought was finished burst back into life. See, now I was looking at the numbers. I'm gonna tell you the numbers. So we have 32, which reduced to 5, which is all about change, conflict, and like a transition, but we both have change and transition here. And then we have 26, which reduced to 8, and 8's all about movement, um, or a loop if you're like on like a karmic loop. And we have a karmic male here. So this karmic male could be trying to put you on this karmic loop with them, or start back up, seeing that said that something that you thought was finished burst back to life. Excuse me. Trying to bring it back to life or start it back up, or find a way to start it back up, so you won't go through like this portal, this new phase in your life, and they won't get left behind. So we have 22. So you see it as a universal number with two twos, like you being in alignment with yourself. What we have here, that I have the power to create the life I want. That we literally have wisdom, power, and transformation. Like you have the power to do that, to transform your life if you want to, and stuff like that. And they know if you do that, they will be left behind. So, like I just said, they're trying to find a way to blackmail you so they can still be in your life or get some type of attention from you. And then we have, because with this dirty laundry, if you're there, they're gonna try to tell you that try to isolate you and try to say nobody cares about you, when that's not really the case. If you're no longer there, like no longer with that person, they might try to use like information or stuff like that you did when y'all was together to get some form of attention. Then we have 27. Rich equals 9, and 9 is all about releasing and letting go. And then we have 29, and that is 11. 11 is 2. 2 is all about being in balance, in alignment, yin and yang, light and shade, duality. And with this gift of sacred sight, like, sometimes you're going to see good things, sometimes you're going to see bad things, but at the end of the day, you learn something with this wisdom here. And was it like wisdom is power, but like knowledge is power. The more you know, the less likely you are to fall for certain traps or to do certain things, and make certain mistakes. You avoid it. And then we had 23, which is also 5, and I already explained that. And then we have 12, which is 3. And 3 is all about collaborating, working together. We already see it like there's a group of us. There's a group working together that you probably thought you left them in the past. They weren't worried. You're not worried about them, so you thought they're not worried about you. And in all reality, they are completely worried about you and your growth and what you're doing with your life. And yeah. Well, you making yourself a priority, if they making you their priority. Is there anything here? But also with this bird being here twice, with this phoenix rising, you're no longer the same person. So if they ghosted you, you're no longer the same person that they ghosted. You changed and you transformed into something that's more is wiser and more, I would say, powerful than this person that they use, and this won't say beating up on, but like trying to bring down in this dirty laundry. So with this blackmail, they might be trying to intimidate you in some way, shape, or form. And because I said, wasn't power here twice? Yeah. They're trying to stop your power, gatekeep your power, trying to control it. They want to, control it pretty much. And now that you see that, you know that it's best to protect yourself from this person with this hands off. So we have death, endless, harm, and invincible. And that's 79. 79 equals 6. 16. Yeah, and 16 reduced to 7. 7 is all about yourself, internal struggles, spirituality. And then we have origin with creativity and fertility. And that's 22, so you got 22 twice. Oh, my bad. Funny enough, it says death and then it has origin. So something has to come to an end in order for something else to start, which is how most things happen. Oh, with the phoenix, you have to die. A phoenix is literally you have to die before becoming a phoenix. It's a whole different bird once it dies and it rises into a phoenix. What's that bird before it? I don't know. I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't. I just know it dies, change. Now it's phoenix, rising. So it's just like this person probably. I said being up on you, like trying to bring you down in some way, shape, or form with this slander, gossip, and lies. It's mostly slander that I'm feeling, and defamation of character. You can sue, and because they're like trying to harm your character and trying to bring you down, and because now just look at the creativity, like they literally created this for that reason. And it's like, do you know that you just stupid? You're barking up the wrong tree. And that's why it's like wisdom, like knowledge is power. Not everybody know that you can do that. Or know that you can sue somebody for that. And especially if it's like, they be like, oh, it's freedom of speech. It's different from freedom of speech and fucking lie and slander and trying to like, there's a difference. Like, there's a difference. Like, and then with this, like, this is serious. Like, you can't just, that's not no lie or no gossip. Like, like, if you watch the movie, that's not, Right, we have loneliness, dull, disappointment, and isolation. It was created, the whole origin was to try to, the whole origin of this lie and this slander, this defamation, was to get you alone or get you isolated where nobody wants to be around you and stuff like that.
It's your mother. Pick it up. It's mommy on the
phone. And try to isolate you, get you by yourself. So like they can gatekeep or they can control you. Yeah, so they can control you or gain control over you. See, strategy. We have planning, prediction, mind reading. It was the part they planned this whole time. Oh, then we have 31. 31 is 4. 4 is about stability, foundation, stagnation, or pause, stuff like that. And then we have 48, and that's 12. 12 reduced to 3. I already explained threes. Right? Collaborating. With this group. They collaborate with this group. They planned this with this group of people. And this group of people was helping them enable them. Coming up with either plans or suggestions that help them either further along this plan of isolating you or talking to these people, spreading lies. Right? And the lies that they're spreading or saying is what's was meant to cause you to be alone and cause you to be isolated from these people. So once they can come back in and something that you thought was finished perspective, like they're not going to tell you like they did this on purpose or that they It's a plan. It's a plan, but this blackmail, I don't know what exactly is planned. But it could. It's something that's hurt. Like they trying to hurt you in some way, shape, or form. Then we have when I am proving a point to someone via text, I see the three little dots in the corner disappear because I'm right. With that knowledge and power, and then you have the gift of sight. So you might, a person might send you something through a text, via text, something like that. But like I said before, sometimes the end in order for something to begin. So the ending could be like to cut these people off and move on with your life, and you put yourself a priority and you tell them to back off, and like, oh, hand out, right? That makes more sense. They're looking for you for a handout. They're trying to isolate you, right, from these people, trying to paint you as a problem to these people with this disappointment, right? And for them to come back in and let's say like they're trying to work on you and stuff like that, or when things get good, now all of a sudden you are worthy of their time and their presence, and now like they like I said, you worthy of their time and their presence and stuff like that, when in all reality they was talking a bunch of like lies and shit, like lies and gossiping behind your back, and they're not going to tell you about that, and that, or that could be the reason why they ghost you. Somebody lied and said something and they believed it, and either way there was a plan and a strategy, and there's lies and slander about you, and it's intentional. So even if this person's trying to come back, they still in connection with this group of people over here. So that's what I said, like, be careful of what you say and what you do, because this person could be taking what you're saying and going back to them, or taking what they say and going back to you, and vice versa. This person two-faced either way. Whoever's trying to come back in is two-faced either way. Just don't believe him. And with this man, ain't you ever seen that one movie, Kids? I would say, with this gift of sight, if somebody invites you out somewhere and your intuition is saying no, don't go, don't fucking go, or with this via text, you trying to prove your point. Once you see those three little dots, how I do it now is like, you say what you need to say, everything that you need to say, right? Because once I said what I need to say, the situation is done. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going back and forth. And if you try to go back and forth, you're going back and forth with yourself, because I said I'm done. Endless. Like, you're going back and forth with yourself, because I'm not focusing on you. I'm not worried about you. With this cut them off silently, it's like, if you always gotta write them and then you stop doing it and they don't check up on you and be like, oh, what's good? Like, what happened? Are you okay? That let you know where you, like, in their life, you probably prioritize them, because if it was vice versa, you probably would have checked up on them and be like, oh, I didn't hear from you like that, and like in a week or like a month or a couple of days, like, you good, you okay? You realize that you you thought you meant something and you didn't. You overplayed your role in their life, so now it's time to fall back. And vice versa, they thought like you probably wouldn't survive or live without them. You'd be so lonely, isolated, and disappointed. Meanwhile, you're focusing on yourself and making yourself a priority, creating the life that you want to create, and they're making you their priority now all of a sudden. And it's like, well, why you should be your own priority and not me, kind of thing. Let's see. Then we have, I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. See, with that gift of sight, either the signs was around you the whole time and you was trying to ignore them, and that's what's like, it's time to go. Because you can't, like, with this blackmail and this right, something, some gonna get iffy if you don't get away. You need to get away. Watch the movie Kids. I'm telling you. I don't know where you gotta find it, but if you watch it and you see like how often it came out, and if you go back from, because all my readings are timeless and they tie all together a little bit from time to time. If it's a pick of cards, you literally can just pick your pal, and then let's say the next reading was like a general reading, the parts that make sense to you, and tie that pick a card reading together. That's your whole thing that's going on with you right now. And amount of times STI or STD came out, and it's just like, bruh, watch the movie. Watch the movie. Like, watch the movie. Then there's also in the news where people like going to jail because they had like HIV, and they was like spreading it willingly and stuff like that, and not telling people that they had it. They can go to jail. Like, watch the movie. There you have caution. See? Watch the movie. This is a warning. Because somebody could be coming, like, trying to look for a handout, and that could turn, it's a strategy. They don't really need that handout. So be careful. Be careful. It's a plan. Then we have the timing just wasn't right for us. But how spirit works, right, with this protection being here, the timing will always be right when it's meant to be right. If the timing isn't right, that means it wasn't meant for you or not meant for you whatsoever. It's not meant for you, and it's not meant to be in your life, which is why it's time to let it go and move on and move forward. You have when pigs fly. You see? It's not meant for you. It was never meant for you. And then it's like, oh, when would the timing be right? When pigs fly, because it wasn't meant to be in your life. This person was lying, plotting, scheming, strategizing to do whatever they got to do to like be. I won't say like to impose, but really to impose on your life and to be in your life when they weren't meant to be there, and they know they're not meant to be there, which is why they're trying to lie to a bunch of people and to gather them into making them feel like you're the disappointment, and that you should be disappointed at the fact that you no longer have this person in your life, when it's just like, little do you know, like, this person was out here, I won't say it's death, but like it's very harmful. Like, no, I'm okay, I'm good. You know? Feel weird. So let's see the crispers. We have high honor. To look at the like who, what, when, why, where, how. And then we have marriage. And then we have main male. Did we already had karmic male at the bottom of one deck? And then we have house. We already have 4 with stability and foundation. And then we have message. Okay. So I'm gonna shuffle this while I explain. So we have 25, 7 book into 7. And 7, like I said before, is all about self, like internal struggles, or just struggles, like, well, that's 4 with the stagnation. But struggles in general, but it's like mostly struggles of self, your spirituality, and things like that. So But this high honor being here, like I just said before, like it's not meant to be a part of your life, part of your path, part of your journey, soul's journey, your spiritual journey. It's just not meant to be there, part blank, period. Right? So this is why it's getting blown away. And needs to get blown away. Why it's saying it's time to go, it's time to act. Right? Because this person is stopping you from becoming or taking control of the power that you actually have, and they're trying to control it from themselves, and that's not gonna work out. And with this marriage here, I'm not saying it's the person that you're married to. It could be somebody that you're in a relationship with or been in a relationship with this main male that just want to be the only person, only figure in your life that you are focusing on, that you pay all your attention on, and all you giving. That you give your power to, I won't say like you submissive in like the negative way. And with this barking up the wrong tree, like even if they trying to lead you astray, you're still following them and you still let them lead you because you love them oh so much. Like, no. Mm-mm. Like that, but that's what this person might be trying to do. And we already know there's a karmic male because that was at the bottom of the deck. Right? And so it could have been a karmic male you was in a relationship with. There's an ex, and then this ex is literally lying and gathering people to lie. Or to spread like lies and rumors. Whoever will listen to the lie, they just lie. And it's all to like mess up your stability or like mess up how you feel about yourself. Right? Then we have self-worth as well. It was self-worth, and then karmic male. It's to affect how you feel like this home. To feel how like either you feel like home to them and they want to be your home, seeing that you're their home, but you won't feel at home with them with this dirty laundry because they are manipulative, trying to bring you down, fill your head with a whole bunch of lies, and then trying to tell other people the lies to try to isolate you, to keep you by yourself so you can live this dull, boring life that they will be happy with. And it's like, no, that's not okay. Then we have W. They feel like that's a win when it's not. If you like, let's say you have medium self-worth, like you're good with yourself, you're okay, like you don't mind being alone, like sometimes you want to be around people but sometimes you don't, like that kind of thing. This person will have no problem with you just sitting in the house being in their face all day. Then they the only person that you talk to. Have no problem. That's not okay. That's not healthy. But they find that as a win. Right? And it's actually a trap. It's a trap, distraction, a setup. Trying to catch you. It's a bird trying to burden you and stuff. Right? Then we have like strategy, plan. It's a setup. It's a trap. They're trying to get some type of handout. Trap, again, to try to get some type of handout. They don't need the money. They don't need help. It's just a setup to lure you in so they can come into your house. Caution. So we have, let me show you. Right? So you want to trying to come in this white horse and stuff like that, like in your knight in shining armor. But in all reality, they're leading you into a trap, right? Trying to come in being all romantic, just like they want to court you, they want to date you, they want to marry you and all this other stuff, right? Why you trying to go through this new portal and this new phase in your life, right? They trying to trap you and set you up. A. That's plan A. Just come in romantically. Could be plan A. Right? And they feel like this whole thing is a win for them. They're gonna gain something out of this. With this message. But it's like now that you're aware of it, you know what to look out for. They're gonna lose. But even like I said before, you're no longer that same person that they thought you was before. With this phoenix, you could be a phoenix rising, and with this death, yeah, phoenix rising, you're no longer the same person. You're completely different. So even if they trying to come in and strategize and play this game or like predict whatever, like do what they gonna do, like, oh, I just gotta play helpless and be hurt, and then they gonna come right in and try to save me, and we just gonna go right off into the sunset and everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be fine. It's like, no, 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 no. You left this person alone for oh so long that they become financially independent and financially stable by themselves, self-reliable, okay with being by themselves. They humbled, grounded. Oh, can't really see it. Humbled, grounded, and stable with inside themselves and accomplishing things by themselves. And they simple, they secure and mature. They don't need you. And they're not gonna allow you to come in to manipulate that or play like affect that in any way, shape, or form. Cause we have practical written down here, but then it's like practical and like rational. If my life is good, why would I take in a basket case to make my life like a chaotic mess? Why would that make sense? How? Okay, so at the top we have Aquarius with visionary, humanist, and then clever, creative, honest, and original. No, they'd be like Aquarius is like they're like a rebel kind of thing, but like they just do their own thing. I don't say like pioneers, but they really just do their own thing in their own little way. They don't really care. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have... See, they celebrating. Because they think like their plan is going to win. They feel like this is a win. Their strategy is going to win. They drinking, they celebrating. They like tipsy, rah-rah. Like, yeah, we got them. But it's just like, it's a bunch of lies. They're acting like a fool. Then we have study people. You never know who are good and who's evil. See that one that smile in your face. If it deceive you when he really red eye for your vehicle. So, in summary, or in like English, regular English, is what it says is you gotta study people. Pay attention with this caution, because it says you gotta know who is good and who is evil. Who's your friend? Who's your enemy? Pretty much. See that one there is smiling in your face to deceive you. When he really red eye for your vehicle, this person is really jealous of the things that you have in your life. So they trying to come in to your life because they feel like they can, whatever abundance you have, they can get it by associating with you. Or just simply take it from you. Or with this house, well, it's a deed, pretty much, but probably trying to talk about the deed of your house or something like that. If you gamble and stuff like that, trying to gamble you out your deed to your house, or somehow their name end up on your deed or the lease of your house, and that's all they need, and then poof, you're gone, like type thing. So it's just like, be careful, because some people, they're with this handout. They just want what you can give to them, what you can offer to them. Then we have abundance. Yeah, abundance. But we also have power. They want to take away your power and for them to control it to, I wish you love and happiness, right? No, but they actually don't. You might wish this person love and happiness, but they don't wish you love and happiness. The life that you can create for yourself, they want that. And if they got to marry into it, they don't care. But they want that. Right? We have say yes. Well, let's find out. They might be wanting you to say yes. Because I also have in here say no. So that might come out. So be careful what you're saying yes to with that caution. Again. Like if it feels right to you, then say yes. If it doesn't feel right to you, then say no. But like I said here before, they could be wanting you to say yes and allow them in to give you for them to have this handout, and you really need to say no because it's a setup. Then you have he/she will be mine, interfering with your relationship and digging up dirt on you. See with that blackmail. And that lies and slander and gossip. Like, come on now. Like, trying to do anything to make you to be theirs. And it's just like, if you got to do all this for me to be in a relationship with you, it's not necessary. It's not needed. Clearly, we're not meant to be together. Like, it's not that deep. Leave me alone. Go find the person that you need to be with. Because it's not me. And then, it's just like, doing all this to try to, like, keep a relationship, that's not cute. It's not attractive. It's like, no. 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 Then we have dodge the bullets. See? Dodge the bullets. Like, because this handout, they want a handout from you. And, no. It's a setup. It's a trap. Be careful. And they feel like it's a win-win situation. Well, not a win-win situation. They feel like they're going to win because you don't know about it. And then even if you don't know about it, even if they're trying to send somebody else in, that like a stranger, like it's a group of us, you might not know everybody that's in that group. But like if your intuition trying to say like something is off with this protection here, like something's off, be careful with this person, then like you know not to allow them into your life, allow them in your like space, stuff like that. Or it could just simply be a message we have here with this text message. You know, they'd be like certain text messages like it's a scam. They just trying to get into your phone and stuff like that. Be careful. Be careful. Also, be careful who you're talking to, because it might not be this person. Catfishing. And let's see, where else I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go here. So these two come up together. So we have painful memories and I don't understand. This person could be hurt by something because somebody abused their power, and now they're trying to abuse their power on you and take that out on you, and that's why you don't understand. And you're not gonna understand with this the timing wasn't right for us, because I'm gonna say that you're punishing you for something that you didn't do, something that's not your responsibility. Or they have this painful memory that they don't understand how to handle, move on from, process, and take that out on you or others. Then we have the passion is too much. And then we have I can't talk to you right now. But that ghosted, that's probably why they can't talk to you, because they ghosted you. Duh. And then either they ghosted you and expected you to like chase after them, I guess, and you made yourself a priority, and then rather than doing that, or they ghosted you because his passion was too much, and you started focusing on yourself and healing and working on yourself, making yourself a priority, and y'all just stop talking or no longer talk. Cause what just popped in my head was the not that you proven a point. You could have just sent something and you saw that they started typing, and then the dots went away. So it's like, okay, now I know that you're intentionally like ignoring me, kind of thing. And then you made yourself a priority and started focusing on you, and because you couldn't ignore that anymore. Like you realized, like, oh, either you're intentionally ignoring me or you purposely doing this. Well, that's intentionally. And like it is what it is. Like the best I can do is move on and focus on my life and get back out there and stuff like that. So we have this love is crazy. Might be a little bit delusional, but crazy. Unstable, unhealthy, crazy. Because the fact that you're out here lying, gossiping, and slandering, and gathering a group of people. A group of people. This is not love. This is you. And then we have the passion. I feel is overwhelming. I don't know how to handle this. This wasn't the way you dodged a bullet. If you were with this person, you need to get away from this person. If you didn't end up with this person, you dodged a bullet. Okay? You dodged a bullet. Don't allow this person back in your life. Or anybody similar to this person. Anybody that's connected with this person. Back into your life. Because they gathering people. Why they gathering people, I don't understand. And I don't know. But walk away and get out. Because it's a trap and it's a setup. And we have 4. Could be 4 people or just like the number 4 with the stability in the house. Trying to mess up your stability and mess up your foundation. So you can be at like a stagnation or a halt. Right? This is... I made a deck, right? This is supposed to represent the Queen of Wands. Like I said before with this Phoenix, you're no longer the person that you once were before. So if before they like... We'll say you was like a people pleaser, because I was, right? And came with how other people feel and making sure everybody's okay and everybody's good. Not saying like this. I didn't sacrifice myself. Like didn't put my happiness at like the back burner or anything like that. I made sure I was okay first, and then like make sure everybody else is okay. And that's the part they didn't realize. I made sure I was good first, and if I wasn't good, I don't give a fuck if you good. I'm leaving. Like, people pleaser or not, like no, okay. So that could be what you're learning right now, or need to learn, or that's the change that you're on. Like, if you're not okay, nobody else in the situation is gonna be okay, because the energy that you're giving off of is unstable. Like, don't approach me kind of stuff. Like, back off kind of energy. And I was already talking about the Phoenix rising. Like, you're no longer that same person. You have power. You're taking back that control and realizing that you don't have to be places that make you, if you feel uncomfortable, you don't have to stay there or be there because, oh, this person wants me there. They asked me to be here. Like, I don't care. Especially if, let's say like you go there and you ask like, oh, who's gonna be there and stuff like that, and you go there and they like knew that somebody's gonna be there that you had a problem with, but they purposely left that name out because they know if they had told you, then you wouldn't have come. It's like, that's still set up and still a trap. Like you because you know if I knew that person wasn't coming, but I wasn't here, I wouldn't have came. And then they're gonna try to be like, oh, well, can you just squash your differences? Like, what is the problem anyways? And it's just like, why are you asking me what's the problem? Ask them what's the problem. That's your friend, right? Ask your friend what's the problem. Because now you go to the friend and ask the friend what's the problem. The friend is, because the real problem is they're intimidated by you or feel like, they want you to feel like you lack something when you don't. With this wisdom and the power and transformation, they want you to feel like a dummy or feel like a fool when you're not. Point blank, period. And cause that's about that mirror, like they want you to see them as the friend, and they could always see you as competition with no problem, and they can do whatever they want to do to stab you in the back and bring you down, but you shall always be loyal to them and be okay because yeah, friends, and they mean it lovingly. And it's just like, no, because you was my friend, you wouldn't do that, because if I do it back to you in a friendly way, you wouldn't like it. Do unto others how you want others do unto you. Okay? Okay. Alright, then we have Dancing with the Devil. See, person is not karmic, not the frequency you're on, okay? They get down with the darkness. We're not doing that over here. Okay. You know that video where he was like, fuck you and your negativity, because over here we positive. Like, literally, like, go over there. Like, keep that to yourself. Like, with this painful memory, because they are hurtful, they are hurt, and they are in pain, they want you to do it too. And it's like, nah, swear. Keep that over there. Keep that over there. Mm-mm. Right, then we have, see, jealousy, envy. Look at that. Study people. Watch them. Caution. Because they might actually be jealous and envious of you and want your stuff. And they will have no problem either taking you out, selling you short, pushing you under the bus, doing whatever they gotta do to get what you got. Not putting the work and the effort like you did to take it from you. They do all that to take it from you. And then the Two of Cups fell on the floor. See? Because it ties to like the reading that was like a 2-hour reading. Didn't the Two of Cups come out there? Right? And it's an owl. The owl was on this with wisdom, power, and transformation. Right? They know if you realize and gather this type of knowledge and wisdom and information, you have the power to transform this whole relationship. To block them out, to cut them off, and they will have no access to you whatsoever. Right? 5. And that's the conflict. That's the problem. See? Even said they're red eye for your vehicle. Look at her eyes. Jealousy. Envy. Because the light that you have, they will never have. Why? Because he out here dancing with the devil. Doing the whole boogie down. I crack myself up. I could have said the waltz. I don't know why boogie popped in my head. But we have the gift of sight again, right? Being mental foresight, clairvoyance, and visionary. We had that earlier. With the Aquarius, like you just doing what's best for you, and they trying to see it. They taking it as a rebellion. When it's just like, how? Because I'm doing what's best for me. You know. And then we have G. Seeing the betrayal, treachery, stab you in the back. But what they don't realize is like you saw it coming, so it wouldn't hurt as much. You already knew they was disloyal. You already knew that they was jealous of you. So it was just like whatever you do is just like, okay, like it's not like when you about to get like a needle or stuff like that, or like when you prepare for it, it hurts less. So they might try to ambush you or try to sabotage you and stuff like that, and it's just like, little did you know I was really prepared for this. I already knew that you was going to do this. I was just trying to see if you was going to fall for the trap. You trying to trap me, I was trying to trap you to see if you going to fall for the trap. And you fell for the trap. Get out my face. And then they're going to be looking like, oh, well, if you knew, like, some of them be like, well, if you knew I didn't like you, if you knew I was trying to trap you and it was a lie, then why did you do all this? And it's just like, Cause you know, some people, I don't know if it's you, some people just take this and be like, all right, yeah, no, I'm gonna cut this person out of my life. I already know who this is. I'm gonna listen to my intuition, cut this person out of my life. Some people, they need to see it in order to believe it. So if you need to see it in order to believe it, you play with fire, you will get burnt. Cause the spirit trying to help you dodge this bullet. Cause they're trying to set you up and trying to trap you. And then you might have to like build a defense system, right? To feel some type of protection. Then we have, I look for you everywhere. Ooh. Like they're trying to dig up dirt on you. Of course they're trying to look for you everywhere. See if you're dating somebody. And they trying to gather people to look into you as well. If they could. Which is why that enable. their friends could be going back and telling them the information. So they could be having people look for them, stuff like that. Then we have I never lose hope, because one day you will thank yourself for never giving up. Right? This person wants you to give up. They give up like your power, but just give up in general so they can have control over you. They wanted to with this foundation, like I said before, with that self-worth, like bring down your self-worth, affect how you feel about yourself, so you won't control, like move on and move forward. You feel like in stagnation because you have conflict you have to deal with, and that you're focusing on. So you won't be too busy. You won't be focusing on. Let's say you have a business or you're in school. You won't be too busy or too stressed out to focus on school or your business or even your health or stuff like that. Then we have don't run before you can walk. With that caution, like don't. Just because you know this doesn't mean like, oh, let me go pick a fight with this person. Like, no. Spirit might be protecting you, but if you go pick a fight with this person, they're not protecting you, because I already told you they dancing with the devil. They out here Millie rocking. Like, nah. Nah, they Millie rocking with the devil. I'm sorry. I know on the card she's waltzing, but I don't know why I keep coming with the other ones. It's yo. But y'all not on the same type of level or same type of frequency. That's why it's like to cut them off. Spirit did not say go argue with this person. Now, if you go argue with them, that's on you. And then whatever comes back, whatever, stop. Because they said to cut this person off. They did not say to go argue with them. Leave them alone. Now if they come to you, you could simply just say, no, I don't want to be a part, like, leave me alone. I don't want to be part of your life anymore. I don't want you to be part of my life. Like, I'm good. But if they say yes, the only question that could pop in my head is like, if they say, are we friends anymore? What happened? We're not friends anymore? Yes, we are not friends anymore. Like, that's the only thing I could think of. Like, yes, we're not friends anymore. Come to find out, we was never friends. Like, leave me alone. I'm good. You're good. We're good. Block my number, lose my number. I'm gonna do the same thing. Like, it's kind of hard, but it's kind of harsh, but you know, it is what it is. Then we have, I'm struggling to let go of the 3D world. It could be very materialistic, superficial, and do anything for power. And then we have, this is just the beginning of my journey. Right, with this high honor, it's trying to, and this, like, this cannon is trying to blow this out so you can move on to the next phase. This person is just like, almost like an obstacle, just like just a person. Like, just a person trying to, yeah, gatekeep you from, there we go, a gatekeeper. Because I didn't want to say like an obstacle, they just a gatekeeper. And not even one, like, put by spirit. Like, that's why spirit just want to, like, it needs to go. Time to leave. Don't argue with this person, just cut them off. And we have gratitude, because the further away you get from this person, the happier you're gonna be, or you're gonna get. And then the purple card is your third eye, and we have that pretty much twice. And then we have complacency. Right? So you could have just, with the root chakra, so you could have been there because you're used to it, it's comfortable and stuff like that. But comfort is the opposite of success, because success sometimes it's not pretty. It is not cute. Okay, it's hard. it's hard work, okay? Sometimes you want to cry. Sometimes you're happy. Sometimes you're happy crying. It's a lot. But being around these people that give you nothing but conflict, tears, chaos and stuff like that. It's trying to say like you outgrown this and it's time to go. Like this complacency isn't helping you like any way, shape, or form. Right, and we have service. You got time to do a service for you and a service for others. You let go of the situation. You move on. You bring balance to yourself and inspires other people to do the same thing. What this is a group of us. It could be a group of us supporting this person, or a group of people group of people supporting this person. But like as you move away, when you start working on yourself and putting yourself as a priority, at some point, and somebody see you and they look like with this I look for you everywhere. They see you. Whatever lie or gossip or slander that is out there, you pretty much prove them wrong. Like, let's say that somebody said that you gave them syphilis or something like that. That's serious. And at some point in time, that affects your skin and your body. But if they looking at you and your skin look perfectly fine, it's like, you said this person gave you syphilis, but they don't look like they got syphilis. Like, you know? So it's just like, what's going on here? Like, what was, like, where did you really get it from? Was it really that person? Like, and then that person will have to come clean, and or person soften himself, like, okay, this person is a liar, I shouldn't trust them, I'm gonna go about my life. Because I don't know why they're trying to bring you down and just, like, bring down your character and talk down on you. I don't know. But with this painful memory, either way, be careful. Because they out here dealing with things that shouldn't be dealt with. They have con artists. See? That handout is a lie. They do not need it. Also, like I said before, be careful who you texting. Who you talking to. If somebody just trying to randomly pop back up in your life out of nowhere and trying to be like, oh, I want a relationship or cool, kumbaya and da-da-da-da-da. Like, nah. No. Be careful. I want to invite you out somewhere. Like, be careful. Like, no. Then we have make the pain go away. They rather con and scam, cheat, pretend like they need a handout, rather than actually putting in the work that they need to put in to get to where they need to get or get to the life that they want to get to. They rather just cheat and steal. And we have pettiness. So like I said before, like, don't go trying to argue with this person or react pettily, blah. Pettily, but don't act petty out of spite. Because this is what this person is and who they are. Right? There's nothing you can do about that. Motherfucking right, I'm bitter. Now it's triggered by Janae Oko. Right? Karmic. They just a karmic. There's nothing to do about it. You can heal from it. Once you heal from it, the karmic cycle breaks. Well, also in the song, she was like, you're not a friend of mine. You're enemy or something. I forgot that part. It just passed. But yeah, this person could just be a karmic. And that's why I could be saying it's time to move, because you probably already dealt with this karmic cycle. The karmic cycle is up. You heal from it. It's time to break it and release this person. Then we have maybe you had to lose them so you wouldn't lose yourself. See? Because they're trying to affect your self-worth. Your self-worth, self-trust, how you love yourself, how you care for yourself, your inner peace, all of it. All of it. With this mental foresight, they could have just also been trying to fuck with your mind too. Trying to gaslight you, lie to you, manipulate you. Because of jealousy. Right? Chasing. They wanted you to chase them after they ghosted you and you didn't, and now they felt like that was wrong. With this two wrong don't make it right. You should have chased them. That wasn't the right way either way, because then, even if you had chased them, it's like, what would you have won? An immature person? Is that a prize? Like, when was an immature person ever a prize? You won chaos? That's a prize? Somebody that doesn't understand love or how to even process it? This passion was too much, is overwhelming? They don't even have control of their own mind. Alright, we have text buddy. So I said before, be careful who you're texting. Because you might text something, this person screenshot it and send it to this group that they're trying to gather. Well, this gathering, the group that they're gathering and lying to. We have happiness. Because they want to affect your happiness. Let me go here. Because this is the conscience spirit deck. So, let's see the parts that you actually do know. Or like you're aware of. So we have the healer. I am a loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others. Right? With this, I have the power to create the life that you... Yeah, they want to take that. Because you can heal yourself and they can't heal themselves. They want you to be around them and they heal them the whole time. And it's like, that's not how it works, okay? It's not like a pill that you can pop. Be like, oh, just be around me and you're healed. Like, no, you need to... For one, if you out here boogieing down with the devil, I can't fucking heal that. You chose that. Like, no healer can heal that and be like, you're no longer doing that. Like, no. Like, what? You did that. Like, it's on you. You know? And it is like you trying to bring this healer into it or trying to incorporate them into it. And it's just like, spirit's like, no. This is not what I gave them that power to do that for. You figure out your life on your own. That's what we're saying, to cut this person out. Because this person is going to try to get you and lead you astray and to deal with things that is not in your power to deal with. Learn to don't run before you can walk. Like, you're not able to deal with this or handle this, and they were going to try to push you to make you do it, and that will cause you a lot of harm with this death. Cause you harm and put you in danger. And they won't really care, because either way, it's a win-win for them, because they took you out, one, or you are around them, two, and they get to lead you astray and or get control of your power, and you are manifesting what they want you to manifest for their life, for they to be happy. 3. And then we have Archangel Gabriel. I invite Archangel Gabriel to bring hope and intuition into my life. It's funny it says Gabriel, but they definitely made Archangel Gabriel a girl, because she definitely had boobs. But okay, so we have, at the end of the day, rest. I find a peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect to spirit. I won't say they're trying to like distort your vision, but even if they try to do that, so that you can't see, because like with this card, the hands are over the eyes. Even if you can't see it, your third eye is still picking up the messages and the intuition, which is why I could be saying to rest, because sometimes spirit could talk to you through dreams. Then we have release. I release that which doesn't serve my highest purpose with gratitude and love. This complacency. You just staying here out of complacency and out of comfort and stuff like that. It's time to release that and let that go, because it's fucking up. It's affecting, I won't say your sleep, but your growth as well. And like I said before, with the 9, it's all about releasing, and release did come out. Time to let it go. And 8, with this healing here, or the healer, 8 is also like ego versus self. So it's like that's also a part of your journey. Wasn't that here? Your journey? Or a journey? Oh, this is just the beginning of my journey. Like, yeah, that's also part of your journey. Realizing like your intuition versus your ego, but also self versus ego. And putting your pride aside, which is also your ego. And releasing that. Like an ego death is part of your journey. Then we have a spark of divine. I reignite the divine spark within me and recognize I'm a part of all creation. Then we have moon phases. So just like how the moon has phases, your life has phases. Sometimes you're gonna start something, and then things are gonna be 50% there, and then 75% there, and then it's all the way there. And then you start something new. There's different phases in your life. Sometimes people come in, sometimes people go, and it is what it is. Then we have a box. You know the video, like, what's in the box? Like, that's popped in my head. And that just popped in my head. But yeah, you start making yourself a priority, caring for yourself, loving for yourself. They're gonna wonder, like, what's in there? Like, what you got that I don't got? Like, what you doing? Like, then we have in a relationship. Oh, that could be the trap. They try to come in and say that they need a handout or they want something. Or they're gonna marry you. They're gonna be in a relationship with you when they're already in a relationship. It's a trap. And then we have Luke 4:29. I have to find what that is because I don't know that bar, to be honest. I know who Luke is. I know what he is, what he did, what he does. I don't know what he said, I'll be honest with you. Luke 4:29. Luke 4:29 says, they got up, drove him out of the town, and took him to the brow of the hill on which the town was built in order to throw him off of the cliff. Go down. Funny enough, in one of, because this ties to like the reading that I said, the 2-hour reading. The Ten of Swords came out there, but my after tarot and the Ten of Swords, they literally are throwing him off the cliff. So this person trying to ambush you and set you up, leave you for dead, like I said before. To them, it's a win-win situation. They take out the competition. Whatever you leave or have around, they can now take with no problem because you're no longer there putting up a fight or defending it. And no, Spirit's like, oh, he who laughed first, laughed last. Like, it's like, Spirit's like, I got something for that ass. Like, because you're not doing this. This is not okay. Right? Then we have, whatever is happening now is happening for your highest good. See? It's part of your path. It's part of your journey. And it's best to get them off of your journey and off your path now so it gets easy sailing along the way. Oh, after a while. Then we have, it's time for you to make a firm decision. Remember, just cut them off silently. eating them off a hill. Sorry, but like, yeah, let's say like this house, like, yeah, when you built the fort, like, you know, those castles and stuff like that, like, get them out, and then like pull up the moat, like it's like the little the drawbridge. You pull it up, they just out, and then you be like, all right, are you close it back? Like, nope, we good. Like, then we have, what do you mean, Justin Bieber? Because this person might not say what they mean, or like I said, that gaslighting with that manipulation and lies and slander. And then we have Jimmy Neutron. I was about to say boy genius, so they probably feel like this plan is a genius. It's no foolproof. Like, no, like there's no holes. There's no way it can tie back to them in some way, shape, or form. But with these messages, it's just like it can and it will. And but this whole con artist, either way, leave this person alone. Just don't focus on it. If they're trying to come in and be like they want a relationship with you, they already in, like, some half of them could be already in a relationship, or if they trying to like rush into a relationship with you, it's something off about it, something iffy, and they trying to trick you or set you up for something. Then we have Violet Angel with Breaking Dawn. And then we have, don't know how to say that, but Princess with a powerful personal growth. See what I said? With your spiritual journey or your growth journey, personal growth journey, whatever journey it is you want to call it. It is what it is. In my ears, it's saying it's giving boss bitch. It's giving bad bitch. Don't ever play you like you average. Don't let them play you like you average. What they trying to do? They trying to play you like you some basic bitch out here. Like they trying to trying to play like you some basic bitch, and you're not. Which is why they have to do all this, because you're not a basic bitch. Because the basic ones would have just chased them. Which is why they gathering people. So it's like they are really intimidated by the power that you have. And the fact that you love yourself and you value yourself. What else said about distorted? But we have Fairy with the divine hand with intoxication, distorted vision, and overindulgent. Well, you have a gift of sacred sight. They feel like they got it too, but theirs actually distorted, and it's never going to be right and never going to be accurate. And then we have the three witchy sisters, the power of three. Right? They might feel like they're powerful because they have this group of people, even if they're witches and stuff like that. But you have Archangel Gabriel here. So you got the angels on your side while they got the demons on their side. And then it's just like, if I know my history a little bit, okay, which seems like I do, angels tend to win 9 times out of 10. So it's just like, why, you know? So that's why I was like, Spirit, just like, leave it alone. Don't argue with this person. We said cut him off. Let us handle it, because you can't handle it. That's not a part of your power. What you need to do, you figure that out, because I don't know it right now. But you, it's like, make yourself a priority. Don't focus on them or worry about them, because that's what they want. So then your vision would be distorted. Your view will be distorted. And they, like I said before, like, you start doing things that they want to do. You take care of them. You appease them in some way, shape, or form. And it's like, yeah, nah. We ain't doing that. So, ooh. Okay, so we have the Empress and the 5 of Pentacles. Alright, so the Empress is all four queens. She's very kind, caring, nurturing, self-sufficient, reliant, stable, abundant, wise, powerful, and stuff like that. Self-efficient. But with the Five of Pentacles being here, somebody wanted you to struggle, like we have here, or felt out in the cold, or wanted you to be out in the cold, which is why they ghosted you. With this rose here, so you can feel down and out, feel left out, have this fear of missing out kind of thing, so you can chase them. Because normally in the five, because I'm looking at the sad rose, but what popped in my head is like the original Five of Pentacles, where somebody's being like led, like it's two, they both injured or they both need help, but they staying out in the cold, like that kind of thing. So you can feel left out, and this person can come back in your life, and you allow them back in your life because you had that fear of missing out kind of thing or situation, and so they can lead you wherever they want to lead you, even though they also need help and need to heal and need to go on this personal growth journey that you're going on. Right? And then we have the Eight of Cups. But rather than chasing them or like allowing them back in, you need to walk away. You need to walk away from those 8 broken cups, because there's no love there, and love is not going to find you there whatsoever. We have the Emperor. Right? You need to walk away from this Emperor, because this is not your Emperor. But I just said, love is not going to find you out here. They leading you away from your actual Emperor. Then we have the Three of Pentacles. Right, trying to collab, work together, or come up with a plan. Trying to be like an apprentice. I don't know what that popped in my head, like apprenticeship or something like that. Or trying to study the person that you actually want to become that kind of person. But the foundation of stability is off, which is why I need to walk away. Either way, because with this jealousy and this dancing with the devil, angels and devils don't mix. Like they two totally different things. Totally different beings. Like they two totally different beings. They separate, you know? And you're not on the same frequency. You're not doing the same thing. Yeah, priority might be the same thing, which it might be you, but whereas you are your priority because you're trying to do what's best for you and heal yourself and move on in life, whereas you are their priority so they can come into your life and either fuck it up or destroy it, bring it down, affect you in some way, shape, or form that they're on top, they're superior. Foundation and stability is off, but yeah, and then they could be working with people that's either very petty and childish, like along with them, they'll also have some type of like petty grudge towards you, or like petty jealousy towards you that they are working with and collaborating with, and that doesn't make them friends. I don't think they realize that either. And if push comes to shove, I'm pretty sure they will sell that person out, but to each his own. To each his own. Right, just leave it alone. Then we have the Father of Cups, which is the King of Cups. Right, this Emperor is trying to come in and be like they are so emotionally intelligent, they're so charming and nice, right? But I said before, with that knight in shining armor, you know, when in all reality they're emotionally manipulative and emotionally abusive. And there's a lot of ways of being emotionally abusive. They can, hold on, wrote it down. Okay, so emotionally abusive, constantly accusing of cheating, being jealous, possessive, constantly checking or controlling the other partner's behavior, constantly arguing, critiquing or criticizing, gaslighting, trying to isolate you. We already have loneliness here. Okay. Verbally abusive, one-sided relationship, and refuse to participate in a relationship. But if you do something that they don't like, they withdraw affection and attention, shaming and or blaming, and trivializing other people's concerns. How can you fix this? Heal yourself from it? Get out of it? You can work on an escape plan, okay? Talk to a professional. Make yourself a priority, which you already have here. We have established boundaries. Stop blaming yourself. Realize that you can't fix this person. And then we have avoid engagement. Also, they say, don't argue with this person. Just don't argue with them. Right? So with this, but when you see, if you see the dots go away, that is not your time, your opportunity to be like, that's what I thought. I knew I was right. I had a point. Like, no, just real. Like, you see the dots go away. That's your confirmation that you were right. Like, yeah, you don't need this person in your life. They don't have an excuse for what they did, because what you're, not even what you're accusing them of, what you're stating is facts. Is the truth. Right? Like, it's the truth. Or this person is emotionally intimidated or emotionally immature and very emotionally abusive, and try to manipulate your emotions or manipulate the emotions of others by lying and gossiping and slandering your character. Also, with this text message or text buddy, so it's just like, where I realized, like, you can delete messages, or if like somebody is skilled enough to like take screenshot and like make it the way that it needs to look to make it seem like that was the original conversation. It's just like, and then somebody just up and believe that, and it's just like, whatever, right? If those people that's lying, like, whoever they lie to, this group of people, whoever it is, it's just like, you don't need those people in your life either, if they were just so quick enough to believe this bad image about you, even if it didn't make any sense, kind of thing. So I was just like, just cut them off silently. Like, it is what it is. And then we have the Son of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. Right, and the Knight of Wands is kind of like hot and cold with his phases, in and out. But the Knight of Wands is all about like being courageous and being confident. So yeah, they probably really thought like they was able to get away with this, or they was gonna get away with this. It was a win-win situation because they have 3 powerful witches. There was no way it's gonna get back to them and stuff like that. When it's like, your spiritual team and your protection is completely different than their protection. I don't want it. And things are gonna change real fast. And with this power, they're trying to stop you from going into this next phase in life. And it's like, when you really think about it, how do that bother them or affects them in any way, shape, or form? It doesn't, and it shouldn't. But it does, because you won't be there anymore. Whatever benefit that they gained from being around you, they know that they will lose that. Even if it's just, they're just being an inconvenience into your life, you still get attention somehow, some way, shape, or form. Or it's weird. I don't know what exactly it's just something about your power and like abundance that you get. They try to stop that, so they can continue being in your life and still have, or even see what you have, or continue to have access, so they can continue planning and plotting and scheming, or even lying behind your back or talking shit behind your back, so they can get what you got, or interfere with your relationships. Because I looked at this, right? She or she, she will be minds interfering with your relationships and digging up dirt on you. Like, it's not healthy. They're trying to give like a codependent relationship, and that's not healthy. And then we have the Two of Wands and the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is all about like healing and traditions and stuff like that, and like having ethics. And the Two of Wands is all about like setting intentions and going on a journey or planning a journey. So it's like, with this is your journey and this is the beginning of your journey, and they literally just trying to like stop you. That shows that you're on the right path. It shows that you're doing something right. And because nobody will try to stop you from growing. That makes no sense. Especially if it's a personal growth and they talk about they wish you love and happiness, then why would they want you to grow? That's how you know you're on the right path and this person need to be like let out your life. Because they trying to stop you from healing and stop you from growing and discovering new things about yourself, but also new things about life. And it's a karmic, so either way, you heal, the karmic lesson comes to an end, and you just move on, like release it, because you will think that you're in love and realize it was just lust. And with this passion being here, it was just lust, and it was never gonna transform into love, because love never came out here. It never came out here. And even though like it's the Empress and the Emperor be like, oh, this person is my soulmate. Like, it's a karmic soulmate. It's not actually your soulmate. It's a false flame. A false soulmate. It's not accurate. Because if it was accurate, it wouldn't be on this rocky, unstable foundation with them telling you to walk away. I don't think you actually walk away from soulmates. I don't think soulmates have a separation period. A twin flame has a separation period, but not a soulmate. No, this person is neither. It's a karmic. It's a lesson. And that's it. It's like, if once you start this journey, it's me pushing the table. But once you start this journey and go on this personal growth, whatever, like, with this dancing with the devil, right? I know they be like, shadow work. Okay. There's Bruce, right? Bruce Banner, right? That's him light, right? Now when he's angry, he turns into the Hulk, right? Right. That will be like his shadow / ego a little bit, time to time, right? You have to be able to balance that. There's certain times where the Hulk want to come out, where the Hulk needs to like cool down and woosah and let Bruce do what he's doing. Or even with Venom, right? I forgot, is it Joey? I forgot. But either way, the original host of Venom, right? In the beginning, Venom was just out here eating people and going off, right? And he was like, no, we can't be doing that, right? He had to bring it into balance, bring it into peace, realize that, look, I got a life I got to live. We got to get this under control. The only people we going to be eating out here are criminals, and if they did something to us, and this, and the third, right? Then you become balanced in that your light and your shade, right? Because when, I think, okay, we're going to go back to the Hulk. Because look, when times where the Hulk needed to come out and he didn't come out. In Avengers, that last one. No, last two. We needed him. Did he come out? No. So it's like you pick and choose your battles and realize like what's in your power, what's in your scope, and what's not in your scope. What you can do, what you can't do, what you can handle, what you can't handle. But shadow work is not out here getting down with the devil and stuff like that in the darkness and doing all that extraness. No, that's not it. It's You facing your ego, looking at your ego. Oh, also, if you watch anime, right? Remember that part where Naruto was about to fight himself, right? And he was like, "Oh, now what am I supposed to do now?" And Naruto like hugged himself. Well, spiritual self is like that. Like you realize that there's some parts of you that is hurt, that is still wounded, is carrying that hurt and that wounded and that insecure things and stuff like that. Your anger and your jealousy and stuff, like you have to look at that, realize why it's there, face that, and unpack that. Like it's like having skeletons in your closet and just putting more, like that you have to look at that and like empty out the closet pretty much. And once you do that, you start feeling more stable and secure in yourself, realizing that you have anger, I have anger, everybody has anger. Some people have anger problems that gets the best of them, and they end up in situations where they didn't need to be if they had just calmed the fuck down. But you know that there's calm the fuck down and then it's just lashing out, ending up in jail. Which one are you gonna do? You know, like Hulk and I think it was Endgame, Infinity Wars. There we go. In Infinity Wars, right? When they came out and they was like, "Oh, Hulk," he was like, "No," like he couldn't fight them people. Okay, he said, "No, this is your battle. Okay, this is not my battle. I did not. I don't know these people. I don't want to fight these people. I'ma stay where I need to stay. I'ma mind my business. You do you. Okay, you do you, Bruce. You handle you. Okay, cause this is not my fight. This is not my fight." And that's why I was like, don't try to argue with this person and stuff like that, because Spirit said to cut them off. They did not say to argue with them. Don't go and be petty and pick an argument, pick a fight, because that's when Spirit gonna be like, alright, you handle it. You handle that. You do you. Okay? They gonna pull the whole no. Like, you do you. Because that's not what they told you to do. Like, don't just cut this person off, separate from this person quietly. Like I said before, you probably write them every day and stuff like that, and you realize you're the only person reaching out to them. So you pull back a little bit. And it went from a day to 2 days to 3 days to a month to a year to 5 years. And now all of a sudden they realize that they're not in their face. And it's just like, what? I'm good. I'm fine. Goodbye. Like, a lot can happen, And it's just like, it was meant to happen. So I'm fine, and it's okay. It's fine. It's cool. But it's all about the intentions. And it's time for you to make a firm decision on your healing and making yourself a priority. Because you cannot heal everybody. And you cannot, you can't fix somebody that you didn't even break. So, there's that. Yeah, that's all that I'm seeing. Sorry, I hit the camera. That's all that I'm seeing for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you or helped you in any way, shape, or form, then I'm glad. But also, please like, share, and subscribe. But take care of you. Stay healthy and hydrated. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching.